Right, this recording will walk through the steps of how to add items to an FBA shipment in Seller Central. So today's objective is to add all of the items from Chala. This is a new order that has just arrived, and we need to send this out to FBA, to Amazon warehouses. So the objective is to add all the items on this invoice to a shipment so we can ship it out. Okay, so you would start in inventory, manage inventory. And to look up these items, the best way to do is by keyword. So I would do Chala and sunflower. So there's a lot of Chala sunflower items here. Once I have this, the best way to search for an item is to copy the part number from the invoice and do a find, a search on the page in Amazon here. So I did a Control F. I'm on a Mac, so that's Command F, or if you're on a Windows, it's Control F. Paste in the item code, and that finds the item on the list to add to the shipment. So once I've found it, I'm going to put a check mark next to it, and then I'm going to look for the next item. And this one is a sloth. So I'm going to do the same thing, Chala sloth. And find the item on the page using the ID, the item ID, item number. And there it is. Select that. Okay, do another one here. Oops, this one is hummingbird. And that's the item. Okay, now I'm going to do a few here, but you can go through this entire list and find all the items and then select it. Once you have all the items selected, click on Action and send replenish inventory. Click yes to continue. All right, on this page, it's giving you an option to create a new shipping plan or add to an existing shipping plan. In this case, we're creating a brand new shipping plan, so leave the default there. And where is it shipping from? This should be shipped from Knickknacks at Torrance. This is our warehouse address. So make sure that that is selected. Okay, and everything looks correct. Down here, it gives you two options. One is to this option here, this is a new workflow, which is a little bit clunky. I don't really like to use it, so I prefer to go back to the previous workflow. So I would select the previous workflow here. Okay. That takes the items that were selected and created a shipment with it. Once you have the shipment, the first thing you should do is change the name. So typically naming a shipment, I like to name it by the vendor and include the invoice number, its arrival date, and the order date if available. So this one is Chala. I know it's gonna arrive soon. I'm not sure when, so I'm just gonna say arriving soon. Invoice number, since we have an invoice number here, I can copy that over. Okay. And if you have an order date, then put that in as well. I believe this was order on June 7th, 21. And click save. So that creates the name for the shipment. Okay. So typically when I'm creating a shipment using items from invoice, I like to have a split screen. So one side is the invoice showing all the items and the other side is Amazon Seller Central. It's easy to copy and paste without having to flip between screens. So I would suggest you do the same. All right, so now that the items are in the shipment, you want to enter in the quantity from the invoice. So I'm going to go through here and enter in the units. Oh, before I do that, change it to case pack, and then set the number of cases to 1. And to do that, you can just click at the very top and hit number 1, and that should copy it down to all of the listings. All right, and then units per case, that's where you enter the actual quantity ordered. Go through there and make sure that it's the correct item, and you match it by the part number. All right, so SF1, and this is the hummingbird. Hummingbird is 25 units over there on the invoice. I'll put that in 25 units. Okay, and then the sloth, this item here is 12 units. Okay. All right. So that is all there is to creating a new shipment. Any new shipment can follow this process to be created. And that's it.